In the second part of the Spring Security example, we are going to continue creating the necessary classes. The next class will be our initializer. This is going to be used for security application initialization and creating the security filters inside Spring. I'm copying the class name and I'm going to create it in Eclipse. Yeah, Security Web Application Initializer. I already created it. I'm copying this. This seems to be a blank class, but Eclipse, actually Spring is notified that it is going to create the security filters. So Security Web Application Initializer is extending this abstract Security Web Application Initializer, and it's going to create the necessary filters when the application starts. The next step will be creating the controller. As you see, we are using Spring MVC, and in Spring MVC we need the controllers for the requests coming from the web page. So I'm going to create a controller file. I'm going to create a package here. Package name will be com. Actually, I choose the class. We choose the package first. Com web and the controller. It's better to separate them in different packages. Now I'm going to create the class, the hello world controller, and in this controller I'm using the annotation, so Spring is going to understand that this is a controller class. As you see, org, Spring Framework and stereotype is coming. I'm going to use the root URL. This is the root URL. The request mapping is again Spring MVC, and model map is Spring MVC's model. And the request that we are going to handle is the get method in this method. You can use your site here, any site. Hi, welcome. So this is one of the controllers. If in the URL it is just root or the home directory, then this method is going to work and process the request. And what we need is the administration, the secured controller here. Here we are using the get principal. This one is actually calling the Spring security and trying to get the user from there. I'm going to get this file, get this method, and explain it. The principal is the authorized user. Here security context holder, Spring security context holder is called. As you see, Spring Framework security core context. And it is getting the context, checking the authentication and getting the principal. It's returning a principal object, which is a user details object, and it is a Spring Framework object, user details. And inside this, we can get the username. And this username will be stored inside here. Actually, these are already in memory users from this class, the Adam and super user. They are the valid users for this application. So Spring is going to check if the users that you are entering are inside this security configuration user. This is critical. So when we come back here, we define the root request, we define the admin request, it's checking the principal. What else? We are going to define the not authorized controller, because if you are not authorized, then it is going to forward you to not authorized page. So here what we did, we created a class hello world controller. This is responsible from the request handling when the user is logging in or trying to access the admin pages. This is the controller class. What is our next step? Is we are going to configure the web application, how to scan and how to get the necessary classes.